Hey everybody, it's John here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Marvel vs. Capcom Origins, grabbing the Marvel Legend achievement. This is to beat Marvel Superheroes Arcade Mode without losing a round. What you want to do is you want to go into your settings, go into game options, and you want to make sure the difficulty is set to 1 star, and you want to turn the damage level all the way up, and then set maximum rounds to 1. This will make sure that we will do the most damage on the easiest AI in the less amount of time. So what you want to do is you want to pick your character. I like Juggernaut because he does a ton of damage and he has an incredible reach. Even though he's like really slow, he is the recommended character for a lot of people actually because he does so much damage. So what I do is I spam high punch, which is right bumper, and if the enemy gets too close, say if I'm fighting like a ton of fast guys like Spider-Man or Captain America, I will grab them and throw them, and it's a great way to cheese the AI. And it's pretty good because the projectile characters like Iron Man don't do too much damage in this game, so I like using a more powerful character. So we took care of Spider-Man there. This game only has 8 fights, which is really short. It is an early fighting game, so there's not too many characters, which is good for the sake of this achievement and not for the sake of people who want content. Anyways, you can use gems if you want to. I tend to avoid them just because I'm lazy and I don't want to put in the combination, which is a reverse fireball going backwards and both punch buttons. I just like keeping my fingers on right bumper and using high punch whenever I can. So we took care of Wolverine there, and I got Captain America. Pretty bad draw here. I got like 3 fast characters in a row, which are Juggernaut's weaknesses. But you might be a little bit lucky. I like fighting Hulk because he's really slow, and fighting Blackheart, also very slow. Anyways, took care of Captain America there. Got a little scratched, but it's not too bad. Starting our next fight, we got Blackheart. Pretty slow character, but does have quite the bit of projectile moves, so you might want to watch out. But is a tall character just like Juggernaut, so should be an easy hit. And just using that high punch strategy again, not using any specials whatsoever, just abusing high punch. And we're gonna fight Shumagori here, another kind of fast character, not as fast as Spider-Man or Wolverine, but you know, can still zip around the screen. But a couple of high punches will do. Shumagori also has a pretty good reach, so you might want to watch out for that. But as you can see, no problem for the Juggernaut. And we got our next fight against this girl, Psylocke, I believe her name is, and she's a okay fast character. She doesn't do too much damage, and she likes to jump around a lot. But you know, you can mess her up quite a bit with the Juggernaut, and finished her off with a throw there. Surprisingly, she actually did the most damage to us. And now we have this boss fight against Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom is pretty hard because he likes to spam diagonal projectiles like Akuma in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. But just try your best. You can't use continues here, unfortunately, but you can use the 2 controller trick, which is if you are about to die, if you hit start on the second controller, it will put you in the challenger match, and you can just defeat your second controller, and it will pretty much save the round for you. You need to do it quick. You need to do it right before the guy KOs you. So you need to do it while you have little health, and you can save yourself quite a bit. And then you have the final boss here. This guy is pretty tough. It's Thanos. A tip with him is he does a lot of attacks that will just sweep the ground. So if you want to avoid that, you need to jump over him and try to attack him while he's standing. But I took him out with Juggernaut. I almost died there, but luckily I was strong enough to surpass him. You should get 2 achievements, one for beating arcade mode for 5 gamer score, and the second for beating it without losing a round for 30. And that's all there is to it.